We're going to find the common terminal on a three-way switch with these push button switches, which are usually used with NAMA 2 or VX-wire. And you can never tell what wire is what. And these are two switches that do the same job. But a quick way to know which wire is your common is to, first of all, pull your switch out. But know the orientation of your wires. Don't ever pull it on and flip it around. Pull it out and turn it around. Here you can see your connection is on this side and your switch is on this side, because there is a piece of brass that goes through here and carries the electricity. So this wire is wired, this switch is in the wall, and we know this side, there's always a connection between these two. So usually one wire is hooked up to here or here. That is your common wire, wherever it was hooked. This side is your switch side. So between this wire and here, there's nothing. Here you have power, or a path. When you do your push button here, it switches to this side, and nothing down here. So these two wires are your switch wires. The button switches in between them. Now, if your one wire was hooked down here, it's the same thing. So your switch wire is on this side, and your common wire would be one of these two on this side. So you can't just guess, oh, there's only one wire hooked up top here, and one wire here, and one wire not here. You don't know which one's the common. So by testing this, you know that this one and this one are connected, and these two are your switch wires. So power originates either in one of these two, starts here, goes up to here, and over to this side. When you switch it the other way, power goes over to here. Alright? So if your wire is hooked to here, power goes from here to here. When you switch it, power goes up here and across. That's the path, up and across. When you switch it this way, it just goes across. Now, let's look at another three-way switch that is different. On this one, your common terminals are up top, and your switch terminals are down below. Different from this one. These ones are on the side, your commons are on the side, the commons are on the top on this one. So, here we'll have power on both of these. There's a path from here to here, and they will always, no matter where you switch it, there'll always be a path there. So, you can see now power goes down to here. When you switch it, power goes over here and down here. There's your switch action. So if the wire was connected here, that's your common. If your wire was connected over here, that's your common. And these two bottom ones are your switch wires. But it's very important to know how you took this switch out of the wall and where the wire was connected on the common on here So when you figure it out, you know where the common is on your new switch. But you can test it with a gauge or just look on the back and see where they're crossed over on the top. So wherever your one wire is connected on the top, that's the common. On this one, whenever wire is connected to the side, over here, that's your common. These two wires are your switch wires. So, and there you have it. So if you had, a lot of times when you look at a switch, you say, oh, this wire is by itself, so that's the common wire. Or, this wire is by itself, that's the common wire. That's not true. On this one, that'll confuse you and that'll get you in trouble. So, if you think this is by itself, and it's common wire, because it's by itself, it's not. And you have one hooked up here and here. So you actually have a common hooked here, and a switch here, and a switch here. So you won't know that this one is not a common wire. You'll think this is a switch. Because your common wire is going to be on this side. And this will be one of your switches, and this will be one of your switches. So, and this wire will be sitting alone, and you'll think because it's by itself, it's a common wire. Because normally that's how it is. But on this switch, you'll make a mistake. So, I'm going to tell you again, the best way, turn it around, whichever one's connected is your common. So one of these is your common, whichever one the wire is hooked to. These ones are your switch wires. So you probably have a wire hooked here and a wire hooked here. And one on one of these two. Common, switch. Common wires on top. You'll have one hooked here. You'll have a switch down here and a switch down here. Or you'll have a common here, a switch here, and a switch here. Either way. But your common will be on top.